Biafra projects may consume you. IPOB replies Nigeria Attorney General Malami. IPOB described Malami's claim that the unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu would be determined by Southeast governors and politicians as unintelligent, disgraceful, and incoherent. Hello guys, welcome back to Prospect Channel TV. Thank you for coming out here. May God bless you all. Please do not forget to subscribe to this channel if you have not. Thank you. The indigenous people of Biafra has described it as clannish for the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, AGF, Abubakar Malami, to say whether IPOB's detained leader, Nnamdi Kanu, will be released from detention is independent or the Southeast governors and politicians. The separatist leader has been detained by the Department of State Services DSS since his extraordinary rendition from Kenya to Nigeria in June 2021. Last Thursday, a three-man panel of the appeal courts in their ruling discharged and acquitted Nnamdi Kanu. However, the AGF has insisted that Kanu was only discharged but not acquitted. Hence, the IPOB leader would remain in detention. In a statement by its Media and Publicity Secretary, Emma Powerful, on Thursday, IPOB described Malami's claim that the unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu would be determined by Southeast governors and politicians as unintelligent, disgraceful. IPOB therefore asked the AGF to desist from chasing after the options and decisions of Southeast governors and politicians and obey the appellate court ruling by releasing Nnamdi Kanu from detention without further delay, as Kanu's continued detention is violation of his fundamental rights. The statement read: the attention of the global movement and family of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has been drawn to the unintelligent, disgraceful, and incoherent statements credited to the Attorney General of Nigeria, Attorney General Alhaji Abubakar Malami, to the effect that the Igbo governors and politicians will decide whether Nnamdi Kanu will be released unconditionally. What a clannish statement from the Chief Law Officer of Nigeria, a son for that matter, who should know better. Such logical statement from the Nigerian government and its official is one among many justifications for calling Nigeria the Xenology Republic of Nigeria. IPOB believes that these Igbo governors and politicians that Malami wants to turn into a reviewing panel of the judgment of a competent court of jurisdiction, the Court of Appeal, know the game, and evil intention of the AGF will certainly not fall for his Greek poison packaged in the deceptive form of making them relevant. IPOB can confidently posit that those governors and politicians are more intelligent than the Fulani quota system, Attorney General and the Minister of Justice of the Federation. Those Fulani terrorists sponsoring government think that their divided and conquer tactics will work for them this time around in their attempt to try and shift the responsibility of the continued legal incarceration of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra on the governors and politicians of Southeast extraction. The agenda to create confusion and more problems in Igbo land won't work. We will not allow them to do this again to our people. IPOB want to ask Malami, when did Igbo governors and politicians become a court of superior mandate in Nigeria to decide if Nnamdi Kanu, our leader, will be released, or conditionally or not, after the appeal court, the second highest court of competent jurisdiction, has made a well-reasoned ruling already. It seems Malami does not have the buckle to approach the Supreme Court now that the aeroplane turner is no longer in charge. Hence, the desire to supplant and first close that channel while trying to implicate governors and politicians of Southeast region. Igbo governors and politicians should understand this gimmick before going to any meeting that the Caliphate government will call them to. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was discharged and acquitted by the appeal court, not by Igbo governors and politicians. But if any Igbo governor or politician chooses to be willing to and a useful idiot of the Caliphate, let that soul take over the responsibility of deciding if Chukwuokike will be Chukwuokike Abiama. Okay, I beg your pardon, I can't really get that. Will not be released or not. With that individual or group. Malami and the APC government must release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or conditionally as declared by the Court of Appeal and recommended by the UN Human Rights Working Group without delay because he committed no crime known to either local or international law. Malami has been releasing terrorists from prison without taking them to court, but has decided to play a demigod by this attempt to discharge and disobey the judgment of Court of Appeal, as it has ignored the opinion of the UN Human Rights Working Group. We are still wondering how this kind of individual became a lawyer, let alone became the Attorney General of a supposed democratic nation, if an Attorney General of a nation who is supposed to uphold the justice system in a constitutional democracy is the one destroying the rule of law. When Nigerians are in big political mess with this kind of government officials sidelighted with the imminent responsibility of governance and upholding the law. Malami, your flagrant disobedience to the appeal courts and UN Human Rights Working Group rulings and opinions respectively on the issue of the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will secure you a room in ICC jail in the future. If you think Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or IPOB will surrender or retreat, you are just dreaming. If you are not careful, the Biafra project and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will consume you and your collaborators because you have the backing of the Almighty. We have the backing of the Almighty Chukwuabime Okike. Okay. So guys, we've all heard it now. You see, AGF Malami is trying to cause problem in the Southeast region. He wants to use their heads to hit together. It's now time for Southeast leaders to understand this game. I'm dropping it here, guys. Kindly share your thoughts below the comment section. Thank you.